What's good with y'all? For this ambidextrous drawing video, I'm gonna be drawing in Kakashi and Sasuke with both of my hands. I found that with a lot of my more recent drawings that I've done, I've tried to make it a point not to repeat myself too much. Now I know what you're gonna say, like, didn't you just upload a Sasuke drawing? I actually wasn't planning on drawing Sasuke with this one. I ended up changing my mind though. Whenever I got done kind of going through and just detailing out Kakashi and where he was gonna fall into place, I had a lot of different references pulled up, but I wanted to get a different angle with this one. I wanted it to kind of have that feeling of life. That way it didn't seem like it was just flat on the page and lifeless and kind of dull. There is a sharpness that comes with this that I'm not gonna say is intentional. To me, it makes these very distinct. They're far from being perfect. I lean into that element of chaos though, man. Once I got done drawing in the face of Kakashi, I went ahead and I started drawing in where his vest was gonna fall into place. I didn't want to draw it in fully though because I had to be mindful of the space. I was actually gonna draw Kakazu first, but it was a couple of people that asked me to draw Sasuke from the last, and it was somebody that ended up giving me a galaxy. To honor my own system in place, I went ahead and I squeezed Sasuke in. I drew him kind of how I did him on the page that I uploaded before this. He was dressed how he'd been on the last movie. With that said though, I started with his face first. And before I got to really shading in his hair, I just needed to get his facial features down before I really worried about getting everything else. To me, the shaping was important. I mean, sure, the hat too, but you still want it to look proportional. Even if it's just a tad bit off, I still wanted just to get some of those features right and make it to where they were at least sharp and defined to where you could at least be like, okay, I could recognize that this is Sasuke. I drew in both of the strands of his hair, and then I later shaped out where his hat was gonna be too. I kept going through. I pressed down in a similar way to how I did with his hair. I didn't really press down that hard, but it was just hard enough to where you could at least be like, there's a distinction between his hair and the hat. But yeah, as I said before, I drew in a little bit of his cloak, and then once that top half of it was done, I went ahead and I drew out what was left of his torso. I had to make sure I didn't blend their designs too much, and I just had to watch how hard I was pressing down. With that said, here's for the red lens, and now for the blue. Let me know what y'all think about this one down below, and if you're interested in seeing more, don't forget to like and follow, and I will see y'all in the next one.